how do I organize my kids' books and toys so that they can be easily cleaned up? It does look like you do have quite a few books and toys and games here. You have what looks like about 3 different cube units that you have stacked side by side. You also have some different kinds of cube bins in some of the cubes, but most of the cubes look like they are housed by books. And then in front of that on the floor, looks like a combination of types of toys and games, anything from Lego to, I see Monopoly, Fortnite, and I'm not sure what everything else is here. But I totally understand your frustration with this, and I can tell that you have put a lot of thought into this cube unit as a solution for keeping things organized. So your question is about how to organize things so that they can be easily cleaned up. And it looks here from this video that your 2 kids probably are sharing a room. I believe your kids are around age 9 and 11, and I'm going to be honest with you, regardless of your kid's age, it's always a challenge to get them to clean up their room. How many times were you asked as a kid or told as a kid, go clean up, and you didn't really know what to do? So my first tip for you with getting this space cleaned up is going to be to declutter. I know that you expected me to say this, and yes, that's what I'm going to say. So we're going to pull everything out from the cube unit, all of the toys in front. We will sort those by type. So that's the first thing that you're going to want to do. Get all of the books together, all of the Legos together, all of the board games together, all of the electronics together, and so on and so forth. Your kids are at an age where they can make decisions on what stays and goes. But of course, you are the parent, and so you at the end of the day will make the final call on what stays and goes. And remember that when you have less inventory to manage, that's going to be less stress for you and your kids because it's less that you're going to have to be dealing with. So after you've pulled everything out, sorted it by type, you're going to go through each of these items with your kids. What do they still play with? What books do they still read? What have they outgrown? And I think that you'll be surprised when you do this process with them, just how much will clear out. And I think that you're going to see a very quick change once you do this decluttering process. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, but Julia, my kids want to keep everything. Well, this is when you and the parent have to step in a bit more and teach them the importance of decluttering, maintaining a tidy space, and also not owning too much, okay? So that's the first thing that you're going to do to this question, because the question is about how to get it easily cleaned up. And when there's less stuff, there will be less for them to clean up. So once you have done that entire process of going through everything, you're going to assess exactly how much space you have, because these cube units, and it looks like they fit reasonably well here in this space, they can be the parameter for how much stuff you keep. And I love using the container concept. This is Dana K. White's idea as a decision maker for what stays and what goes, because it's really neutral. Instead of mom saying, I'm the one who's making this decision, you're like, oh, well, we only have this many cubes, right? So using those cubes in the cube unit as a parameter for that. Now, the next step that I would recommend as a way to organize things so they can be easily cleaned up is to make the categories really, really simple and big, no matter how old the kid is. And this is true for adults too, to make your life a whole lot easier. Sometimes we get caught up in trying to organize perfectly and trying to really micro sort everything down, and that really slows us down. And for most people, including myself, I don't necessarily want to keep things organized to that minutia of a level. And so keep it in really broad categories. For example, a category could be action figures or any people type characters. And like anything that's a character is going to go, like an action figure type thing is going to go in one of those cube bins that you have, regardless of what type of character it is. Or all Lego going together in one, or maybe you'll even need 2 of those storage cubes as well. And as you do that, one of the things that you can do, and these kids that you have are able to read at this point. Sometimes when I have kids that are younger, we'll use photos or just some sort of graphic image to tell them where to put things. You can either label the outside of the bin itself and where in this exact cube unit it goes. Or you can just trust that over time they're going to learn where that goes. You know your kids better than anyone, and so you want to really create a system that's going to work in their favor. Now, in general, I don't love over-labeling things, but this is where labels can really come in quite handy so that everybody in the family, and if your kids are sharing a room here, both of your kids can know, oh, I want to go play with my Lego, this is where they go. I need to clean up my Lego, this is where they go. And same thing for you too. All right, My next suggestion that I have for you in this space, and again, I would keep this cube unit. Perhaps you'll need to get a few more of those storage cubes because I don't want it to exclusively be books. I want it to be a combination of both. But the next thing that you're going to need to do is model the tidying behavior. And I know that that can be really hard, especially as moms when we have so much going on in our own lives and we're just trying to maintain everything else at once that we don't want to have to sit down and clean up our kids' rooms. We just want them to do it themselves. How are we going to get them to do that though? We have to model it for them over and over and over again. So what that looks like is that you are going to sit down with them and you're going to show them, okay, we're going to be tidying up. This is how we're going to do it. I'm going to have you and give them very specific instructions. Put all of X category into this bin. All of the books are going back on this shelf. And don't worry about categorizing the books alphabetically or by color or anything like that. Just make sure they get back in the same spot on the shelf. And you're going to be practicing this every day. I'm not saying you have to spend an hour. I'm saying spend about 10-15 minutes a day until they're getting the hang of it. And until it gets to a point where sometime in the evening or whatever time works best for your family, every single day, this becomes part of their routine, right? That the day is not finished, just like we would be brushing our teeth or taking a shower until this is done. And I would keep a goal that's realistic for your family. Personally, I would love it if everything fit reasonably and comfortably into that cube unit and you didn't have anything on the floor in front. But life happens, I get it. I think about my own kid's room right now and she's got a whole Lego creation that she's working on the floor. I'm not going to make her put that away while she's midway through that project. So my final tip to you is to be flexible here, right? Because we're teaching them a life skill that they're going to be able to carry throughout the rest of their life. And so you will need to be flexible and understanding, and don't be afraid to reteach them exactly how you would like things to be put away. If you're interested in having me answer one of your organizing or decluttering questions, please comment below or send it in to me at info@goldenwestorganizing.com.